How's it going, YouTube? This is Tim from Stoddard Software, and I'm going to show you a very simple tutorial for beginners since I've seen a lot of questions on it. But basically, how do alarms work? I'm going to show you. I just have a simple sprite and object in a small room here, and as you can see, I got the object in the room already. There's different ways you can use an alarm. For one, I mean, as you can see, there's 12 alarms here. I know it says 11, but 0 counts as 1, so it'd be 0, 1, 2, 3. I mean, basically 0 to 11 is 12. So in this case, I'll be using alarm 0. Doesn't matter which one you use. The create event, I'm just going to set the alarm 0 to room speed. Oops. And times that by 3. And basically what that is saying is that assuming your room speed in your room is 30 steps per second, so basically what's going on here is if we do room speed times 3, it's basically saying 3 seconds. So any number you have, just times it by the room speed, and that will turn it into seconds. If you want to know more about it, you can look on the documentation. I'm just here to kind of show you the simplified version. So basically on the create event, we're setting alarm 0 to basically 3 seconds. And when it goes off, that's what you do here. Once you add after you set your alarm, you can add your alarm event here. Whatever code is in here, this is what happens when the alarm is activated. So let's say since the alarm is at room speed times 30, which is 3 seconds, that means the alarm's not going to go off until 3 seconds. Like once it hits 0, that's when it goes off. But the alarm event actually doesn't finish until it hits -1. So for whatever reason, if you ever need to stop an alarm event, always set the alarm to -1. If you do 0, the alarm will still go off. -1 is its finishing point. So okay, anyway, inside the alarm event, I'm gonna do just a little show message. I'll do alarm 0 is working. I'll add yay in there too. Okay, so now if we play, if we compile it and run it, basically what's going to happen is after 3 seconds, the alarm should trigger that show message event. So let's take a look at it. And 1, 2, 3. There we go. Alarm 0 is working. Okay. So now another question that people are wondering sometimes is how do you use an alarm without the create event, or basically not just the create event, how do you use it in a step event? And I'm going to show you. So I'm going to delete this create event, and so we still have the alarm 0 event, which is still triggering that message once we set the alarm. But if we go into a step event here and you want that alarm to go off, all you have to do is this. If alarm 0 is equal to -1, then we're going to set alarm 0 to room speed times 5. So we'll try 5 seconds this time. Basically what this is saying is that since the step event happens, each step event is like a cycle. So basically if we didn't have this alarm 0 equals, if alarm 0 equals -1 here, it would just keep setting the alarm 0 to room speed times 5 over and over and over again, so it would never reach 0 to trigger it. So if we put if alarm 0 equals -1, then activate the alarm, that means that as soon as the alarm is activated, it's not equal to -1 anymore, and that means this code will not be executed. So if that makes sense, then that's good. Otherwise, I don't know what to tell you. That's the best I could describe it. So now if I run the game, I should get the same result, but except this time on 5 seconds. So let's take a look here and see what we got. Just make sure it works. And our result is, look, alarm 0 is working, and that was 5 seconds. And of course it's going to keep setting the alarm to 5 seconds because once the alarm hits 0, it goes back to -1, thus triggering the alarm in the step event. Because a lot of people have just posted like this code right here where it's just the alarm, and they're like, why does my alarm keep, never go off? And it's like, well, because you don't have any if statement here saying when it should go off. You're just telling it to go off every step. I mean, that's not the correct way to do it. So that's another way you can do it. Actually, I'm just gonna keep my code in here for now for the example. So um, I will have all this documentation up for download in the description, but I'm gonna do alarm step event example. And there's also other features you can use. I mean, you could add onto this code here and do like, and maybe a custom code like alarm is on equals true. I mean, you can add to it. I mean, make the code a little bit unique. I mean, you can do whatever you want. But using this in a step event really does help sometimes, because not only is it easier to access more than others, but it's also, to me, it's more efficient, because a lot of my games, they occur in the step event, whereas where my main programming is. So my step event is very neat at all times. So I mean, do it however you want. Programmers have different opinions, but that's basically how you can make an alarm work. Just for the record, I'm gonna also put this back here. Alarm 0 equals room speed times 3. And I'm just going to comment this out, so if you download this in the description, all you have to do is take off those lines right there, and it'll work just fine. I just don't see the need to have the step event and the create event activated at the same time. Otherwise, yeah, that's about it. I made a tutorial before this about the switch statement. Alarms can also be used in the switch statement as well. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to message me. I'm a pretty nice guy. I'm willing to help out. If you need a specific tutorial, just once again shoot me a message, or send me an email. I don't know if anyone really knows my email, but I'll just post it right here real quick. It's really easy. My last name is Stoddard, 982 at gmail.com, or you can use stoddard.software at gmail.com. Just feel free to send me an email, and I will definitely help you out. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll have more tutorials coming out soon.